everyone, it's your girl Karla Maglantay with CPRTV's Chicago StarPath, and with me, Mr. Mike Eugenio, A.K.A. Mike Tandang Garimot. But first of all, can you tell me about that name, Tandang Garimot?
Tandang Garimot is basically the fighting name given to me. Tandang means the fighting rooster, and Garimot.
I know that. Wait, so you're Filipino, right?
Yes.
I'm also Filipino, but actually those two words are, I think, deep Tagalog words. So, but anyway, so again, Tandang is fighting rooster.
Yeah,
That's
Tandang
why.
is fighting rooster.
That's why. Yeah. Okay, and then.
And Garimot is the name of the Filipino martial arts that I practice.
Oh, so that's a name of a person. Is that your mentor?
Correct. That's my teacher. So I took on the name.
And so, what led you to get involved in Filipino martial arts?
As growing up as a kid, I was, always been interested in martial arts. But when I moved here in Chicago, I basically wanted to kind of like, get back into my culture. And then I found out about Filipino martial arts and studied it here, which is kind of ironic because in the Philippines I studied karate. But here I studied Filipino martial arts.
So since when? Since when did you realize that this is your passion?
When I met Filipino instructors here in America, I was just blown away by what they had to offer. I didn't really know Filipino martial arts was so vast and deep in techniques and culture. So we just started training at parks in my backyard, and guys get together, and people started looking for me. So we figured we'll go ahead and open up a school to promote Filipino martial arts.
That's nice. So it's Filipino martial arts basically, because there are a lot of different kinds of martial arts, right? Like kung fu, karate, yeah.
Right now, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty famous, Muay Thai, and of course the MMA circuit or mixed martial art, UFC, stuff like that is very popular.
But basically you're focusing on just Filipino martial arts. So can you tell me about this Filipino martial art? So they would be familiar to it.
Yeah, Filipino martial arts is basically a martial art that's complete. We cover weapons training. So unlike any other martial art, we actually start our student training in weaponry. And then we teach them empty hand fighting and also grappling. So would you like to try?
Later. For sure, later. We'll see. So who or what was your main inspiration?
Of course, everybody's going to say Bruce Lee. So mine was Bruce Lee also. And I was lucky enough to study and follow Guru Dan Inosanto. Guru Dan Inosanto was actually Bruce Lee's best friend and, protege. He's Filipino. He's based in California. And so after that, I met his son-in-law, Ram.
Wow. That's good. So now I'm curious about this Filipino martial arts since I just heard this lately because I just know about the kung fu and the rest. So can you tell me more about this and the weapons and the empty hands that you said? So.
Yeah, weaponry, basically what we use is, I don't know if you want to show them later on, but we start off with weaponry first, like I said, just to get the coordination going. The left and right side has to be coordinated to function efficiently in the self-defense situation, and then we transfer that to empty hand. And then we go into grappling. So we try to cover as much.
Filipino martial arts. Like, is there another term like kung fu or?
Yeah.
What is it?
In Luzon, we call it arnis de mano. In the Central Islands, they call it eskrima. Here in the United States, it's known as.
What are the different types of Filipino martial arts, or the kinds like arnis, and then what else? Like the empty hand, and then.
Yeah, there's empty hand, but there's also different styles of arnis de mano. So depending on which region you go to or which family teaches it, they will name it by either their family name or a different style. Let's say modern arnis is very popular, piquete tercia is very popular. My guru's art, which is Garimot, that's family art. So that's what we try to promote here, which is a northern style of Anistamano.
So you have some names for the like types or actions that you use, right?
The techniques are.
Did you just make those, or you search, or you studied?
No, I had to study and learn that from my instructor. Yeah.
I thought you just invented those. I want to call this one something.
I'll call this egg roll.
Egg roll. Anyway, so since you're a Filipino and you mentioned egg roll, what's your favorite Filipino dish or food?
Oh, it has to be adobo.
Adobo.
Chicken adobo.
That's right. You love rooster. All right, so that's it. Okay. I wanna see you guys do it or some demos.
Sure.
And also, can you show me the weapons too?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and show you the weapons first, and then we'll do the demo.
I would see if I wanna try it or.
Yeah, we'll force you to do some stuff and kick butt.
Oh my goodness, we'll try. Okay, we'll see. Talk to you guys later.
In our curriculum, it is required to use live blade in training later on.
Have you ever got injured or something?
Fortunately, no. Just minor injuries, but nothing major. To take me
good.
to the hospital.
Oh yeah, that's good. But that's so
So-
dangerous. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty safe to use.
one later.
Yeah, we can do that. And this one, a lot of Filipinos are familiar with this one. It's the balisong knife.
Oh, balisong, yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So this
How do you
one,
use that?
well, you basically flip it. Okay, so it's kind of like, like a little tool, right?
That's dangerous still.
Yeah, but this is, we have to train with this as part of the
Oh,
culture.
there's also
Yeah.
training for that.
Yeah. So that's part of knife training.
And you mentioned earlier that usually ladies use this one,
Yeah,
right?
so ladies actually, back in the day, would use this for protection. So they would keep this in their purse, or they would just basically kind of like hold on to it or put it in the pocket or something like that.
Maybe later you could train me because I'm using just a mace right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Just
just
to
spray
fend
it.
off the
I would know.
stalkers. Yes, this is just your walking cane, typical
And then
walking
you can also
cane.
use it as a weapon
You can also
for
use
our
it as a weapon.
lolos and lolas.
Yeah. So
Those
your
are grandmothers and
lolas,
grand.
When you see them walking around with this, they probably can kick your butt.
Wow. Okay. Can you show us later how to, use that? Okay. And that one is.
This
I
one
need
is just
to,
basically just
like
another,
this one.
yeah.
And rattan.
Rattan stick.
Rattan stick. Okay. So. Can you introduce your name first?
I'm Arnold Di Bartoloza.
Martial art.
As a kid, I had asthma, so I couldn't play normal sports all up until high school. And then my buddy Mike asked me, do you want to do martial arts? And I've always wanted to do martial arts, but I didn't know what form or what style. So he introduced me to Filipino martial arts, and it just took off from there. Now I'm studying Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Hobson Mora in Tampa, Florida, and I'm following
I just want to know, how did you get involved in Filipino martial arts? Since some of you guys are not Filipinos, or all of you guys are not Filipino except for the two trainers, right? And then you decided to join or try Filipino martial arts. So how did you get involved, and why Filipino martial arts instead of trying other types of martial arts? So who wants to answer first? Okay, go.
Okay. Okay, sure. Well, I started in a couple of other types of martial arts. I'd tried Wing Chun and a few other like Chinese martial arts and Japanese martial arts, and I had been out of it for a few years, and I wanted to get back into it, but I had just seen a Jason Bourne movie and thought, God, that's really cool. How do I, what is he doing? And I looked it up on the internet, and it turned out that he had been doing Filipino martial arts. So I looked around to try to find some place where I could study Filipino martial arts, and Mike was actually the main guy in Chicago that everybody recommended. So I went and found him, and I had one class and just really never looked back. I mean, nothing ever was as fun or effective, I guess.
I'd been looking for one for a little while, a few years back, and I really liked Kali because it's very practical and functional. There's not a lot of I mean, it's a beautiful art. Don't get me wrong, but it is what it is, and it gets results, and that's what I like about it. And plus, the guys are great. Like Mike is a great teacher, and because I was kind of hopeless to begin with.
Patience right there. Okay, thank you.
Well, I started out in Wing Chun, and I've always wanted to learn my roots. So since I'm Filipino, I was always wanted to learn Filipino martial arts. But I couldn't find any teachers until a friend of mine, he introduced me to a different Filipino martial arts instructor. But by chance, I went to a seminar that these guys were hosting, and then I ended up staying with them ever since. So.
I too don't have any martial arts background. I originally wanted to do boxing, and I had my brother train me for a little bit, and then he introduced me into Filipino boxing, and I've been here ever since.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So, but this is the only martial arts again that uses weapons, right? Yes. Okay. All right. So, any advice that you could give to those people who want to try Filipino martial arts or Kali?
Yeah, if you guys are looking for an effective martial arts that basically covers everything from weaponry, empty hand, and grappling, I think martial arts is the best martial arts to study.
I can see that you're very devoted. So, what's your ultimate goal?
Well, my ultimate goal is basically to popularize Filipino martial arts, just like karate, jiu-jitsu, or kung fu, or, any type of martial arts. We want to be up there because Filipino.
Favor, can I hire you guys as my bodyguards to scare my ex-boyfriends? Just kidding.
Or what you can do is just basically date one of us, and that should take care of that.
Hey, my parents are watching. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for the experience and the training. Thank you, guys. So bye.